Well, looks like I'm having to do a commentary video for this one here. Hey guys, it's Gum here, and we are back for Sonic Lost World. Last time we did Silent Forest, and this time we'll be doing Sky Road, and I'm doing this as like a post-commentary this time because my original take of recording Sky Road didn't quite go as planned. Because I was having several points here and there where I was just getting unfairly annoyed throughout this here. A few points of me just being dumb. And one of them was thanks to like a glitch. So I'm having to re-record this here with both post-commentary. And I cut out all the points where that was just me being dumb and just being unfair of the game, just being unfair to me. So that's what's going on here. There was even a slight hint of that throughout, throughout like midway through when we were doing Silent Forest. And I have music playing in the background of what Sky Road theme would be. I mean, this isn't the perfect thing to it. This is just what I could get on the 3DS version of the Lost World soundtrack that I could listen to or have playing in the background here. So this is just a substitution for now. So you won't hear any gameplay here, but I do have the TV muted, so I will unmute the TV for the cutscenes so you can hear that. Because main reason that my commentary, otherwise you would just hear my commentary throughout this, and I don't want to hear that. Because by the end of it, I was just raging and just yelling the F word. Okay, well, not full on yelling it, just saying it. Because if I was actually yelling, I would have woke someone up, and I don't want that to happen. So I just have to do this as I just have to do it. So yeah, and we are in Sky Road now, and next episode I promise we'll be back to doing a live commentary here throughout the 3DS version. So yeah, that's what. So yeah, that's kind of what's just going on here. So right now I'm just trying to take out all these. I think they're called caterpillars, and yeah, I think there's like 4 or 5 of them, and I was confused when I was doing this because like, wait, how many is there? Was there 3 or 4? And I think there was 4. Well, but I wasn't keeping track, and not even now I'm not. But at least I finished that off, and we're going off to a low speed section here. So I had to split this up into like 4 separate videos, and I just combined it all into one here because like the whole recording of the whole video would have been like, if I left it all in, it would have been like 50 minutes long. I know I could have split it into 2, but I just didn't feel like doing that. I figured, I'll just do it, just split it all, cut out all the points here where I was just messing up, and just combine it all into one here, and then altogether that would make up to like 35 minutes. And I was like, okay, that works. And here we get introduced to the last new wisp that's introduced in Lost World for the Wii U, and that's the Eagle Wisp. And basically how it works is you have to use the Wii U gamepad to tilt it on your directions on where to go and stuff. Like, it works well for the left and right. The problem I have with it is that I can't easily control going up, and whenever I try going up, it just sends me down most of the time. I can just never understand how to use it, really. I much rather preferred how it was handled as a Red Shell in Team Sonic Racing. I think, like, even though it wasn't perfect in that game, because, well, and there were a few points where I just run off because I just jumped. Because I was pressing A to jump, but it wasn't registering it. And yeah, the Eagle Wisp in Team Sonic Racing, it was just like a Red Shell, but it wasn't perfect in that because sometimes it would lock onto to an opponent that was on like a different pathway than the one I was on. But yeah, oh well. It never really bothered me too much because yeah, it never felt like I was unfairly being cheated on there. Yeah, so yeah, and I've even thought about wanting to do a Let's Play on Team Sonic Racing, but yeah. Yeah, but that's just something will happen for another time. I don't plan on doing it anytime soon. But yeah, maybe at some point down the road I will. I don't know about this year or maybe next year, but I'm not sure. But yeah, here I was trying to get the red ring there, but then I got knocked off by that stupid sheep. So after that I was like, yeah, screw it, I don't need the red ring. And, well, I started going for it at first here, but midway through I was like, I decided to change my mind and just screw it. And then, yeah, I almost did fall off there, but I managed to make it through. So just that board. This right here after this Turbot just shoot some missiles on the cloud above, and I have to hit. What you have to do is you have to hit the missile so before it explodes, and you have to do it 3 times, and then the turtle will die. Like, oh well, it's not too hard. What do you have to do? I was just kind of struggling a bit here because I kept mistiming my jumps. As well, maybe not for the second hit. Well, for the third hit and first hit, it kind of was. But aside from that, it's kind of it for this. And I don't remember how much longer the stage was going on for, but man, I do know for this, like pretty much every stage throughout Skyworld here, I died at least a few times. Well, yeah, a few times, and I was close to getting a game over on one of them, and and I was just really frustrated by this, and I don't know how good the commentary was made for a good video. But no, well. I do like how that part though, where you have to only attack a chain of enemies to get across the gap instead of using a spring. It's kind of cool. It's a unique way to do jump a gap there. Yeah, but yeah, that's Skyworld 1. Yeah, so far, alright stage. But yeah, and luckily, I do have enough flickies to get to the end. Here and no.
If we don't find your friend, can I be your sidekick? What? Shut up! What kind of question is that? I didn't mean anything by it. I just thought it might be better to work for you than Eggman. Hello, I'm sitting right here, Orbot, no matter what happens, I won't fail again. I will save Tails. It's stuff like that makes me want to be your sidekick. Tails is not my serious, man. Right here. I can still hear you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I forgot that's where the first cutscene was there. Yeah, wait. I know there's like 3 more cutscenes coming up here, but I don't know which ones have them though, so actually I think it was this one here. Yeah, it was.
Your friend Tails first. Hey, you hurt one hair on his head! Well, don't worry. We're actually making him better. He'll be much happier as a robot. No!
Yeah, I mistimed me unmuting the TV there a little bit. Yeah, because which is why you kind of didn't hear the first part of that there, but oh well. Yeah, this stage here, I think it's all if I remember correctly, it's all 2D, and gimmick is that you have to get across these little platforms here before the dragon roars and gets rid of them. Here, I first attempt went for the red ring, but after I was like, nah, screw it, I don't need the red ring, so yeah, and yeah, so yeah. Fun fact about that cutscene: cutscene takes place in the same spot that the same spot that will first in the cutscene for fought Staz, as with the Baldy McNull's here, and I think you're itching because you need a bath. Because I guess they didn't really bother making new areas for yeah, new areas for Sky Road pretty much. For all of them, that is. Yeah, so just for some of them. And yeah, starting about this point here, the dragons start shooting lasers throughout it, and yeah, you just have to avoid them over here. And there was one point where I was having a little trouble on, but I eventually got through it. And I went for the 1-up because I knew I would need that, and it was, especially since it was in a pretty easy spot to get. And yeah, it was this part here. Well, I was trying to jump across it, but the lasers kept getting in my way, and I just was kind of rushing it too much. But oh well, it is what it was. I could have honestly cut this part out, but I decided to keep a few parts in here or there, just so it doesn't look like it was a flawless one. Or just cutting out all my errors, because I want to leave at least a few in to show that I was struggling in some areas. Yes, but yeah, had a glitch in doing the boss fight here when I got to it, because I did the boss fight. Took me a second to figure out what to do, and once I figured it out, I killed the guy Zavok. But once I did deliver the final hit, it just glitched out to where Zavok just disappeared, and the stage just wouldn't end. I was just like stuck there, so I had no choice but to kill myself. So I don't know if anyone else has had that glitch, but yeah, too bad that didn't get patched out. But I would take the ring getting 1-ups for every 100 rings patch over that, because at least I can and stand a little bit more of a chance of getting through here with extra lives, rather than having to do a glitch during a boss fight that has me to redo it all. So yeah, but I know I should have, logically I should have been said that stuff when we came to the boss fight, but I just chose not to. And here, I think this is the one here where I was timing it. And I went for the red ring. But yeah, made it past that part, so now I'm almost coming up to the boss fight. It's by running here, and yeah, so the only part that isn't really, get on to here. The only part that really isn't 2D is the boss fight right here. So yeah, I cut out my first attempt at this because the glitch happened. So what you have to do is homing attack the tail, and then home to deactivate it, and just homing attack each of those circle things to get across to the head to hit Zavok. And kind of sucks about this that whenever I was doing this, the lock-on cursor just wasn't showing up on certain ones here. And what would happen was I would just move forward and land on the little spear thing, and I would just slide off. But you can stand on like those circle things where you're supposed to homing attack them. So that's what I was supposed to do, and I was kind of struggling here because like one messed up on that homing attack chain to the head of the dragon, and you kind of have to restart it. It's like that. See, that's just honestly kind of what threw me off. Yeah, but there I was like, nope, not this time. And I almost had it too, but I was too slow. Oh, yeah, but I mean, the boss fight itself was a cool idea. I just felt like it could have been executed a little bit better. It was like if the lock, if you just make the lock on cursors a little bit more better to what you're supposed to homing attack here, then maybe it'll be a little bit better of a fight. But I mean, like, I do like the idea, just the execution could have been a tiny bit better. So now now I was at this point here where I was like, okay, I got this now. And I was still kind of frustrated here, but I managed to get it. So you just need to do 2 homing attack hits, and that's it. Then, what's so kind of interesting is that we get introduced to all of the Deadly Six, except we never get properly introduced to from Zavok from what Sonic does. I don't think Sonic does from when we first see him. No, but
Turn Tails into a robot. That's horrible. Oh, I don't know. Being a robot's not so bad. Where I'm sitting, it is a nightmare. Who thought that putting his pocket brains head on me was a good idea?
yeah, because since Orbot was tired of just curing, Cubot's head, it was just like, Eggman was like, okay, I'll just attach you to Orbot's head and fix him later. I mean, the only thing they were able to fix on him was his voice chip, and not make him sound like the pilot voice. Now we on Sky Mode 3, which this is basically like that extra stage from Tropical Coast, but a little bit different level design here, because where you're just skydiving in midair, the whole time, and yeah, it's mostly the same overall stage here, but the levels, like obstacles you have to avoid, are a little bit different, and there's far less rings. See, so that's the difference there, and I guess I was kind of going for the red ring there, but I just didn't. And also, yeah, another thing about this stage too is that if you go too low, you'll just die. Because if you go like too low off screen, you'll just die. Because it's all bottomless pit below here, but you just have to control when to move up or down with this updraft going on here. So. Yeah, at least you don't have to hit the checkpoint pole. You just have to pass over it and you're good. And at this point I was trying really hard to make sure I would get a 1-up. And luckily that 1-up did make a difference in the end. Because if I didn't get that, I probably would have gotten the game over. And got the red ring too. Yeah, when I got here, I was like, wait, where was I? But I saw, that I was behind the turtle, and I was like, but it was like a little hard to tell because the sky kind of blends in with Sonic here. But okay, yeah, but it was at this point here where, no, it's not at this point. It's the next part. We didn't, yeah, so you take out someone when they're parachuting upwards somehow. And got that red ring as well. And yeah, the ending part of this fight of the stage here kind of has like a little mini boss fight here, with not in front of the Deadly Six, but of some sort of a giant mech here. And yeah, next part. Right, and I cut out all the parts where I was being dumb here because I thought I had to avoid this guy's attacks all the way here, but then I found out, I'm supposed to knock the missiles back at it. And I was on my last life here, so if I didn't get that 1-up, I would have gotten the game over here and had to redo that whole stage. So you just have to knock the missiles back at this thing and just avoid it when it charges over here. And notice that I did also notice my time was running a little short here, and I was like, oh shoot. And I saw that my time was also resetting, so I was like, okay, I'll have plenty of time. Like, it kept resetting at 1:30 each time, but there. that extra stage. No, wait, that's not the extra stage, and for some reason the sky went all white there. I'm not sure why, but oh well. And now we're coming up to the last stage here, which requires 4,000 flickies to unlock. Okay, so yeah, then oh right, because I went back into stage here to get, and I purposely killed myself because to get a game over, not only to show it off, but also to show that to get myself some extra lives. So yeah, that's the game over screen here. Here, and get myself like 9 extra lives from that. Just quite helpful there, and really came in handy for this next stage here. So a good thing I did do that. So now on to the last stage of Sky Road. Yeah, but now just having one more face down with Zavok here before we head to the last world, which is Lava Mountain. And to be honest, here, this last stage here before was actually probably my favorite out of all of them from here, because I felt like the level design here was kind of solid. I got through this stage pretty much mostly easy. I did die, I think, once, and before I got to the boss fight, and yeah, and then the boss fight happened, and I was stuck on that boss fight for like 10 minutes, and I was but I'll get to that a little bit more when we get to it. But if this just was a normal stage without the boss fight, then I would definitely play the stage a little bit more here. But the boss fight's kind of what takes me out of it. And here I was trying really hard not to die here. Because I just need to do the homing kick to knock the bomb back at it. And yeah, this is all levels also has tons of sand here that disintegrates once you step on it. It's similar to the sand in Sunshine in those floodless levels. And here we come to like a little slide part here, and this one was actually pretty cool here. Yeah, kind of liked it, and it has these poles you can grab onto to avoid the spike balls. We'll see that I mistimed when I was supposed to let go on that one, but yeah, and there's also the different colored poles, which are these that let go that break after a certain time. But yeah, so I'm just sliding wait here for the stage, and I missed the red ring somehow. But oh well. And now in a good old sliding section that looks like it should go on forever, but it doesn't. Kind of like how it is with Labyrinth Zone. And wonder how that would be done in real life, because that would be interesting to see how that could be done in real life. But I'm not sure how that would work. But yeah, that was one of the things I said during my first original recording on this here. But anyway, just slide down a whole bunch into. Now just the camera's behind it, facing the other way, just so we can see what's behind us. Because obstacles are coming to we have to avoid these, like those giant, cactus balls things or whatever they're called. In here, I forgot that you're supposed to switch. Didn't realize right away you were supposed to switch over to the other one here. But when I was just avoiding those, and died, but that was really the only death I had in this stage here, because I'm not counting the boss fight deaths. So that, anyway, yeah, just avoiding all these here, and here I just like avoided them all, and then just went immediately over here, and I just barely made it, and didn't care about that red ring once again, so I just got the rings because that was what was important to me. And yeah, if I kept going all the way to the other end, to the very end, though, I would have gotten the 1-up, but the 1-up didn't really make a difference in the end because I still managed to beat Zavok before I got a game over. But I don't know how many tries it took me, so I'm not even bothering to look. Okay, I don't even have the video of it anymore because I just took all the footage that I did wanted to keep it, and just combined it all into one video here. So yeah, I think those girls are meant to be like similar to the same ones that were in Adventure 2, that were in Pumpkin Hill, Aquatic Mine, and like Death Chamber, as well as Pyramid Cave and Egg Chamber. But they don't have those scary faces. They're more resemblant of the ones that were the very big ones that just have their mouth closed and the weird eyes, but rather than the ones that just have their teeth up, and they're kind of the medium size, or small ones, or the tiny ones that just jump scare the character, like whoa, and they just go big. And yeah, just I had to wait for that one to go by, and I did pick up the Rhythm Wisp, but I didn't really see there was really no point here that I could have used it in. I'm not sure if you could have used it during the boss fight with Zavok, though. I could have tried that, but oh well, I only had one shot of it at the time, so I didn't also think of to use it. And it was at this point here where I just cut out all my takes of the fight, because I was just raging at this point. And so here, what you have to do is you have to jump over Zavok's attacks. Then when he blocks like that, that's when you homie kick him, and then charge up your homie attack, and then homie attack. And for the first part, it's pretty simple what you do. It's not too bad, and he destroys parts of the dragon that you have to follow him, and on one of my attempts, I even managed to get him knocked into the laser here. Yeah, that's it there. And I'm not sure if that did more damage to him or not, but oh well. Well, so the last part here is what was really getting at me. Is that you have to knock him off the dragon here, and the problem with that is the window to knock him off is kind of tricky and very tight. And it's like just getting to the edge isn't too hard. I mean, it is a little difficult because it doesn't matter which side you're on, because as long as you knock him off on one of the sides, that's good. So just do that, homie kick, homie attack, and just keep doing that until he comes to the edge here. And almost each time when I was homie attacking and homie kick him on the second one, he just gets back into his guard form here, and so that's kind of the problem here I have with this, that the window is just so tight for me to where I just can't quite react fast enough, but can't seem to attack fast enough, or if there's something or you have to do a certain amount of damage before you actually do it, but I'm not sure. I've never been able to figure it out, and at least I was able to finish it off on this attempt. Until I think, no, not yet, and but yeah, I was just like, come on, just effing die already. Like, obviously he's not actually killing him, just knocking him off the dragon, that's all. So yeah, and at that point I lost my ring, and I was like, come on. And so yeah, and here's when you start triggering his lasers again. Yeah. If I'm doing something, if there's something to this that I'm missing that I just don't know what I'm doing, comment down below what the trick is. And at that point there, I finally got him. I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally got that there. And that's all of Sky Road, but of course that's not everything. There was still one more extra stage that left to do. And once that once that I complete that extra stage, that's it for the Sky Road here, and yeah, that's Path of Lava Mountain here that we just unlocked. Again, yeah, we would go to do that next episode, but we're actually going to be doing the 3DS levels next, because Lava Mountain's 3DS version is just a boss rush and doesn't have full-on actual stages in them. So that's kind of the catch. And I'll show both my boss fights, just do the same thing I'm doing here at once. So that'll be how I handle it. But here I was like at first debating, should I do the extra stage? And I was like, yeah, I might as well. Because at this point I'm starting to calm down a little bit. And be done here. And I went for that one up, tried to go for that one up twice, but on the second time I was like, nah, that's just gonna troll me. Yeah, the gimmick of the stage here is that when you touch the top part of the blocks here, they start to disintegrate in like a trail behind you. So, yeah, it's kind of the gimmick here. It's not really that hard, but it was kind of a nice little breath of fresh air after the fight with Zavok. So yeah, it was kind of a nice little extra stage. It did kind of a cool idea too, and went for that one up, and you're supposed to wait for the blocks to break here so you can fall down to the next row, but here I decided to do a little trick to get that one up and get a little lower to know where to stand, and because that trail leads you into a cannon. Yeah, and the reason I say top of the blocks is because when you climb on the side of them here, of some of them here, like they don't disintegrate until you're on top. Okay. So, yeah. I would have also changed the music to have something else here, but I didn't really care too much. I just didn't know what else to pick that would be fitting for the Sky Road music. But yeah, skipped quite a bit there, but I was just like, I just want it to be over with. Yeah, just fighting all these enemies here, and yeah, could have gotten a few more 1-ups, but oh well, I can grind up lives off camera. I haven't done yet, but I will do it before we actually tackle Lava Mountain. It's on the Wii U version. And there we go. That's all the stages there, and that will be it for this episode here. So next time on Sonic Lost World, we shall do the 3DS levels and see how well those go as compared to the Wii U ones here. So I'll see you all next time.